Hello and welcome back to Asia Now. My name's Alex. I hope you had a great day, and in this video I'll tell you about, did Alice Guo actually made a $1 billion bribe offer to settle her legal issues? Alarming details uncovered in a new allegation against Pastor Apollo Quiboloy. 500 individuals fall to real estate scam in the Philippines, and a Chinese man says his Thai wife ran away with a lover and took 100 million baht worth of his assets, plus much more. Let's just dive into our main story. But first, if you're new to the channel or haven't had a chance to subscribe, take a second out of your day, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We're nearing 5,000 subscribers. Here's our main story. Dismissed Tarlac Mayor Alice Guo allegedly offered a bribe worth of 1 billion Philippines pesos to settle her legal issues. Former Senator Panfilo Lacson revealed this information, citing a Filipino-Chinese businesswoman who was approached by Guo for help. Lacson urged the intelligence community to investigate Guo as he believes she could pose a national security risk due to her alleged involvement with an illegal offshore casino syndicate. I wouldn't be surprised at all. She has a lot of money. Apparently, she approached a businesswoman that has connections to the first family. So maybe she thought somehow if she can get through this Chinese businesswoman that has connections to the apparently Marcos family or knows them in some way connection, she go, hey, come on, let me off these charges. I really don't see how she can get away with such a high profile case with so many allegations against her unless they follow through the judicial system and actually can't prove anything really, right? But yeah, I'm curious to see what the outcome of this whole thing is, maybe in a few months or a year. Who knows how long this can take, but leave your comments down below. Oh, speaking of which, I did a poll yesterday, not yesterday, by now it's like a week old. I keep meaning to talk about it, but I forget. But I asked if you guys think, will Alice Guo get a slap on the wrist or will she serve serious time? It looks like the votes are about 50-50 essentially. I guess it is a coin toss at the moment. There's a lot of unknowns right now. Let's go into our next story. There are new allegations of inappropriate abuse against celebrity pastor Apollo Quiboloy in the Philippines. The Philippines National Police stated that more people have come forward alleging abuse by Quiboloy, who is facing a raft of charges in the Philippines and in the United States, including trafficking, money laundering, child abuse. The PNP said the new allegation revealed the alarming pattern of crimes by Quiboloy, who has cultivated an image as a charismatic spiritual leader with divine powers. Quiboloy is a longtime friend of former Philippines President Rodrigo Duterte, who has criticized recent police operations to apprehend Quiboloy. The PNP urged victims to come forward and assured them protection, stating that this is just the beginning and they will leave not a stone unturned in pursuit of justice. Big things to come for this man as well. People still considering whether he surrendered or arrested. I don't really know what the significance of that is. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comment section. Does it really matter if he surrendered or was arrested? What is that? Is that like a, I don't know, what does it matter, right? The question should really be, did he commit these crimes? Can they prove anything they're claiming? That should be the real question, not whether he surrendered or not. I mean, if he was going to surrender, you would have thought he surrendered years ago. This is nothing new. If it was going to be about surrender, you would assume he would have done it at some point then, try to squash any kind of allegations. But then again, you really have to trust the government and the police of a country to put your whole faith in the law and all that stuff. So it's one of those things that divides people, right? Of course, on a surface level, it's really serious crimes. Any normal person would be against it. The question is, did he do it or not? And can they prove it? Two separate things there as well. But I really want to know from you guys, do you think it matters whether he surrendered or was arrested? And tell me why. Next up, around 500 individuals have claimed they were scammed by a real estate company that sold parcels of land without actual lots. The victims sought help from the Lapu-Lapu city government in Cebu, and the city legal office will provide free legal assistance to those affected individuals. The investigation revealed that the real estate company does not have a license to sell any property, and the land they were offering to customers does not have a land title. The company's office in charge admitted that about 70 more buyers fell victim to the scheme. The victims reported being asked to pay between 3,000 pesos and 5,500 pesos monthly, and one victim had already paid in total of 450,000 pesos over 5 years. The city government is prioritizing recovering the money these individuals paid to the real estate company and aims to halt similar scams. It's very, very sad to hear stories like this. I know as an expat, I would never probably buy property in another country unless it's like condo. Well, whatever it is, it's really difficult, whether you're an expat or a local, to put your trust in someone offering land. It's a major purchase And I advise you guys, whoever's watching this, I mean, don't listen to me, but I think common sense would tell you to go ahead and research the people selling this property to you. Google them, see what other properties they have already. It's good to just do a background check a little bit. Google goes a long way. I'm sure there's ways of doing even more research. I don't know anything about it, but I know if I was to buy land, I'd do as much research as I can. Any kind of public documents, getting even lawyers involved might be very beneficial. Let me know if you guys ever bought property across the way, if you're from a different country, if you bought property in Thailand or the Philippines, and let me know a little bit about the process. I'm very curious to hear from my subscribers, my viewers, and first-hand purchasers and buyers. Instead of me just doing a Google search, I want to hear from you guys. If you bought property or land or anything like that, I know in the Philippines you can't own land, but maybe you bought like a condominium or something. I'd love to hear your experiences. Let's go into our next story. Speaking of land, money, wives, and lovers and all that, a Chinese man named Ken, whose Thai wife cheated on him and fled with over 100 million baht worth of assets, including properties, valuables, and savings. Ken's wife asked for a divorce, claiming she wanted to run for a seat in general elections as a member of parliament, but she then gradually moved all their shared assets out of the house. Ken later discovered that his wife had been living with another man who introduced himself as her husband and the owner of Ken's home. Ken is now seeking legal assistance to file a theft complaint against his ex-wife and her lover, as the properties were acquired during their marriage. That is something I'm not looking forward to. Actually, I'm probably never going to get married. Regardless, it's always stories like this that makes a man doubt getting married. It's really no benefit for a man really to be married these days. The entire law, everything's built for women to gain more. I'm not even mad about that. The only thing is, if you're in a different country, abroad, as an expat, as a foreigner, you don't really know the legal system, and the law doesn't really always apply or is in your favor. I'm sure there are countless stories like this man, but 100 million baht, what is that, like $3,000 or $30,000? I don't know. It seemed like a lot of money. Oh, 3.3 million probably. I'm going to show you guys the actual. Anyway, so let's move on to our next story. Staying in Thailand, a 65-year-old Frenchman named Didier was arrested in Krabi, Thailand for overstaying his visa by 8 years. Didier had entered Thailand on a tourist visa in February 2016, which expired in May. However, he continued to stay in the country, resulting in a total overstay of 3,032 days. The arrest was part of border crackdown by Thai immigration authorities on illegal foreign workers to ensure compliance with Thai laws. Didier was charged with overstaying his visa and transferred to the Krabi City Police Station for further legal proceedings. That's a long time to overstay a visa. That's one of the biggest problems in Thailand, actually, for anyone that wants to travel. Long-term stays as a tourist, someone that cannot retire there or can apply for a marriage visa or the other types of visas. Staying there long-term is usually a problem, although they did just release that 5-year Destination Thailand visa, where it can be just like a digital nomad or whatever, and need about $18,000 or $13,000 actually to apply and qualify for that visa. I know a bunch of people that got it. I'm actually considering getting a 5-year Destination Thailand visa because I'm also in and out of Thailand quite often, so probably makes sense for me. But then again, I don't usually stay more than 1 or 2 months anyway, so I don't know if it makes sense to me. Leave your comments down below. Let me know, why do you think these people keep doing this about overstaying their visas? In the Philippines, I don't get it at all because it's so easy. In Thailand, it kind of makes sense because extending your visa isn't that easy always. And now it's time for our segment Yesterday Today, where I take a look at some of the most popular comments regarding our previous video. I made this video shortly after the release of the last one, but the top comment is from Glenn, who says, "Even top shelf poon is not worth getting my blood pressure up. Look around, it's everywhere." Yeah, usually you don't want to make a woman a reason why you get upset, but sometimes you want to stand up for the woman you care about. In this case, I'm not really sure where the woman was, but your wife and girlfriend could be a whole different story than a girl you just met at a bar. Earl says, "So a taxi driver ran into someone and the Thai police did nothing? It's just a foreigner, right?" I was a little bit curious about that too when I saw that video. There was no legal action taken against the taxi driver, especially when it was done in such like what's the word I'm looking for? Intentional way. Definitely not cool. And Patrick says, "Man, 2 expats fighting. Where do we place our bets?" in regards to the previous video about expats getting an altercation regarding that women. If you enjoyed this video, take a second out of your day, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video if you want, and turn on bell notifications so you get notified when I release videos. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.